I made over $1,200 sports betting in one night the other day, and it was so easy. I want to teach all of you guys exactly how I did it and how you can replicate this too. First things first, I am a plus EV bettor. I get an edge with every single bet I place against whatever book I place it on. But plus EV betting, if you don't know what that is, essentially you are finding a bet on whatever sports book it might be that is so far off the rest of the market believes and agrees this has a better chance to hit than the sports book you're betting it on. Essentially, the odds you are getting this bet at doesn't match the actual expected outcome expected by the market. If you actually want to become a profitable sports bettor, there are two things you need to realize before you do so. Number one, that the odds or price that you are getting a specific bet at is the most important thing when looking for a bet. Number two, you need to put your full trust into the data/sportsbook market. All sportsbooks set their own odds and lines individually. That's why plus EV betting is so accessible. Now, tons of sports bettors choose not to do this profitable betting strategy known as plus EV betting, and they continue to lose money daily, weekly, or even monthly and yearly, actually. And I really hate to say this, but if you're not doing this, then you're just stupid. If you're looking up historical data like last 5, last 10 game logs, matchups, weather reports, etc., all of this is already baked into the sportsbook's lines and odds, so you need to stop wasting your time looking up all this useless information when you can just simply look at the market, look at the odds, and instantly tell what is likely to happen based off those lines and odds you see. Guys, these sportsbooks aren't stupid. They know everything that you think you know or can look up and more. They're in the business of making money off their customers, so it's in their best interest to set their lines and odds as accurately as possible and do everything in their power to assure the user doesn't have an edge against them, like taking into consideration sharp money coming in, adjusting their odds, and giving themselves the best chance to make money. Trust the data, trust the sportsbooks. The projections and odds across the market literally paint the picture for you. I actually use this website right here called Daily Grind Fantasy that helps me compare sportsbooks lines and odds back to apps like Prize Picks, Underdog, Dabble, Better Picks, different DFS apps like that, as well as sportsbook-like apps like Sweepstakes or exchange apps, Onyx Odds, Flip, Novig, ProfitX, apps like that. The goal is to line shop the market, aka the sportsbooks. Find where this app is so far off the rest of the market, where it creates a profitable betting opportunity for you to take advantage of and bet. For instance, this very top play here, Chris Middleton over 15.5 points, rebounds, and assists on this app called Novig, you're getting plus 103 odds. But if we scan the sportsbook market and do our line shopping, we can see the average odds across the market has this minus 125, including Pinnacle at minus 131, a super sharp sportsbook. Essentially, the market is telling us, based off these odds, that this play has a much better chance to hit than the odds that we're getting on Novig. Novig believes this has a less chance to hit, so they're pricing it at plus 103. The higher the minus number, the more likely that outcome is to happen. The more lower the minus number is, or into the pluses, the less likely that outcome is to happen. Ideally, with plus EV betting, you want to find 50, 100, 200 more bets just like that every single night. Now let's look at this specific example that was found off the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, where it was recommending to take the over of 41.5 points, rebounds, and assists for LeBron James on Novig at plus 108 odds. But why was it recommending this? Why is this a 6% EV play? Well, if we look across the sportsbooks on the right side of the screen, we can see that all of these sportsbooks had this minus 109 or higher to the over of 41.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Average odds of minus 121 across the market. They were saying and agreeing this has a better chance to hit than how it's priced on Novig once again. Now let me show you why the odds you get something at matters long term. As you can see here, if we placed a $100 straight bet at plus 108 odds, we would profit $108. However, if we placed a $100 straight bet at minus 121 odds, we would profit $82, meaning we would get $26 extra in profit for placing this at plus 108 rather than minus 121. So long term, getting $26 extra in profit adds up. Like I said earlier, imagine finding 50 more bets like this every single night, where if you win, you're getting an extra $20, $30 in profit. And not only getting that extra profit, but you're placing this bet with the confidence that 8 sportsbooks all agree this should be priced closer to minus 121 rather than plus 108, which you're getting it at. You already plus EV bet in real life, whether it's grocery shopping or car shopping, you're looking to get the best bang for your buck. For instance, let's say you were shopping for a Tesla and there were 4 dealerships that had the same exact Tesla, but they were priced differently. Dealership A had it priced at $60,000. Dealership B had it at $60,100. Dealership C had it at $56,000, and Dealership D had it at $59,000. Where would you buy your Tesla? Of course, you would buy it at Dealership C, which had the cheapest price at $56,000. Right there, you make/save at minimum $3,000 by making that decision to go to Dealership C. It's the same thing with grocery shopping. If you know that you can go to Walmart and get your groceries $20 to $30 cheaper than the rest of the supermarkets nearby, you're gonna go to Walmart to get your groceries. So yeah, Daily Grind Fantasy is what I use to make all of my Plus EV betting decisions on PrizePicks and other different DFS apps. But not only do they have this where you can scan the market manually yourself using the odds screen, but you can actually use AI to help build out full slips for you that takes just seconds to enter, cutting out all of the hard work or all of the manual line comparing. It uses AI line comparing technology and correlation calculations to build out full slips. All you simply do is reveal the slips and then tail them on whatever app it says. Remember, Plus EV betting is a speed game. These sportsbooks don't want you to have an edge against them, so if something presents itself, they want to bump it or remove it as fast as possible. Line comparing manually yourself, you can still get a ton of Plus EV bets in. But with AI being much faster than you and I at line comparing and just simply giving you the full slips to tail, you oftentimes beat the bumps and get these plays in, locking in good value. Plus EV betting on your own would be impossible. You need a tool like Daily Grind Fantasy that's going to point you in the right direction, tell you where there's Plus EV plays, that updates every single second, showing you where lines and odds move, creating a Plus EV play on said sportsbook. If you did it on your own, you're never gonna know when a play gets posted or when those lines or odds move. So if you guys want to check out Daily Grind Fantasy, I'll leave a link down in the description below. But if you use code DustinDGF29, you'll get 25% off your very first month. However, if you're on major sportsbooks like FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM, Caesars, Hard Rock Sportsbook, or even offshore books like Bovada or BetOnline, and you want to be Plus EV betting, this website called OddsJam finds all Plus EV plays on major sportsbooks like I mentioned. If you guys want access to OddsJam, you can use my code Dustin35. You'll get 35% off your first month and a 1-week free trial to check it out. The last thing you need to be doing if you're Plus EV betting is managing your bankroll. You need to make sure that you are never betting more than 1% of your bankroll on any specific play. 1% is just kind of the general rule of thumb. It gets a little bit more specific than that, but really, you just need to make sure you're being smart with your bankroll. If you have a $500 bankroll, don't go placing $100 bets, because after 5 straight losing bets, you'd be out of the game. Plus EV betting is a long-term game. You need to keep your bankroll and yourself in the game for as long as possible to see good results. Just because you get amazing value on something doesn't mean it's going to hit. There are going to be times where you lose 5, 10 bets in a row. And if you gave up right after that, you're just gonna go back to your old ways and continue losing money. But if you stick to the Plus EV process and continue getting in bets that have an edge, long-term, you're gonna come out profitable. With negative variance comes positive variance as well. There's gonna be times where you feel like you can't miss and you're hitting 5, 10, 20 bets in a row. It's all about volume at the end of the day. Just keep placing bets that have an edge and all the math will work itself out. Now that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed or learned something. If you did, make sure you leave a like and don't forget the subscribe button on the way out as we post sports betting content like this every single week.